Hello friends, welcome back to Rhythms Riddle, the official channel of Tom's soloist, composer, artist. And I've had one or two people ask me about, suggest that I give some guitar lessons on my videos. And I appreciate the suggestion. It doesn't work though, I'm sorry to say. That just doesn't work. If you want to learn the flamenco, you literally need a teacher, someone who knows how to play. And you got to go see them personally. That's what I believe. Now, you might think that you're okay with what you know, teaching on videos and doing Skype lessons and stuff like that, and learning that way or teaching that way, whichever is the case. That's fine, but obviously, right? You'll do what you want, but my educated advice is to get a teacher and befriend the teacher. Go to them in humility and sincerity and devotion and friendship, and try and glean all that they have to teach you about the flamenco, because it's really a slow process of one-on-one thing. It's not some kind of gimmick that you pick up in a week. It's not about that at all. There are 5 different techniques in the flamenco attacks on the guitar. The pick, the thumb, is using the alzapua. By the pick, we use the thumb as the pick, but also we use the picado, the 2-finger alternate picking technique. And then, of course, there are the arpeggios, the multiple fingered variations that are deeply imbued with the flamenco. And then there's the rasgueado, the brush strokes. That's the defining factor of the flamenco. And I could even do a whole lesson just on brush strokes alone, but it's just not gonna be worth it, because what you want to do is just start right with a teacher. You got to just start with your first song. That's how you do it. You get the guitar, get a good guitar. Don't start on a crappy guitar. Get a good guitar. And don't try to sound like everybody else right away. Lots of people will get some chord progressions and melodic progressions from famous songs, memorize those really fast, and then say that they know flamenco, but that's not flamenco. Flamenco is really in the rhythms and the variations within the rhythms, and then the essence of each paulo, the themes and the feelings underneath that. You have to get that from a teacher, orally from them. You have to go to them and sit in front of them. It takes more than just a camera angle. You have to have someone sit there and point out your errors to you, and correct you along the way, and then help you establish a method in which to get into it. The method's not that hard, but it takes a lot of dedication and work. So that's the best thing to do, to get a teacher, and not a video teacher. I know lots of guys are doing video teaching. That's not the way. You got to go one-on-one, like I said. Go sit in front of them so they can correct your errors, listen back to you in real time, and so forth. Well, you think maybe Skype might work and all of that, but I'm telling you, all the technologies you use to distance yourself further from the living human being, from being able to hug them when you show up and greet them, and then sit down and hear their anecdotes and so forth and so on. It's the human contact it's an essential part of the flamenco, although much of the work is done in solitude, the technical work. So that's why you don't try to learn everything at once, and then other people, you know, there will always be people, they just sound so beautiful. How are you ever going to be able to play it? It's simple but so beautiful. You got to start slowly and pace yourself. Learn the first song, learn it one at a time and memorize it. You learn simple songs, simple variations, but it's hard enough from the beginning. What's the first song we learn? It's Romance. That's the first song you start with in flamenco. That's the way in. And then there's a major part to it too. You play the major and then you repeat the minor. And that brings us to the fifth technique in flamenco, which is the tremolo. And the tremolo is perhaps the hardest technique of them all, but I'll tell you, they're all hard. The thumb is viciously hard. The arpeggio, no easy task at all. I mean, to, you know, unfold and blossom in the technique, no easy task. The picado is also one of the most challenging techniques on the guitar, just the alternating the two fingers. And the brushstroke, also, it's an infinite well of new variations. There are so many different types of brushstrokes on their own that brushstrokes are really hard. And you know, you can see most people, they just don't even try. They just do clanging. Blank, 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 blank. But you need to learn how to do the upstroke and downstroke as well. That's really important because that's what everything's built upon. And like I said, it's about the rhythm. The rhythm is really key to the flamenco. Even though many of the songs don't have a rhythm per se. Some of the songs, most of them do. But a few of my favorite do not. And so the tremolo technique perhaps the hardest technique of them all. Like I said, they're all hard. And so good luck in your ventures, my friend, to find a good teacher. If you are in the San Francisco Bay Area, notably the South Bay, you can drop your information or get in contact with me in the chat box. And if you'd like to schedule guitar lessons for yourself as well, I'm a performer. I don't market myself very well. I could definitely, I'm looking to get some better help in that kind of thing, and promotion. I'm a poor promoter, but when I do, I'm successful. I've played some of the top gigs in the area, not the top stages because I don't have the audience yet, but you know, really high quality, top hotels, wineries. I've been on some smaller stages as well, and played all kinds of gigs at museums and universities and art galleries and that kind of thing. So, and I learned right from the right teacher. My teacher, Mariano Cordoba, who was a flamenco master and had composed he'd composed all of his own music as well, as that's what you're supposed to do in flamenco. It's not about just copying some famous song and saying you know the flamenco. It's about coming up with your own feelings and going deeper into it than that. So so I do lessons as well. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe and show your support.